Hey, Bourbon family, happy Friday. Whiskey Phoenix coming to you today with well, I guess I really can't call it a daily bourbon review anymore now, can I? But coming to you today with a bourbon review. Now, unfortunately, family, I don't think you're going to be able to get your hands on this one. I couldn't find anything with the research that I did. My good friend Ajay, who's part of the Whiskey Weather community that I'm a part of here in Southwest Ohio, he gave me what was left of this handshake. And I'm just going to say this, even though it's going to sound weird, but any bourbon TikToker is going to understand I am not a paid sponsor for Kentucky Peerless. I am just doing a review. I guess I need to start adding those because bourbon TikTok's getting all crazy. But what I have for you is a Kentucky Peerless bourbon. This is a single barrel select, and it is a root beer barrel. He gave me what was left of the handshake, which I appreciate. This one's coming in at 107 proof. Unfortunately, I could not find a disclosed mash bill on this from Kentucky Peerless. The only other thing on this label says it's batch 50. What else? This says it's a single barrel selection with natural notes of sassafras, cola, and vanilla extract. Well, we shall see about that, won't we, family? We will see if this single barrel is going to taste like root beer or not. Get that in the Glen. Let it open up a little bit. So, in some of my research, again, I couldn't find anything on the mash bill. I couldn't really find very many takes on it at all, like other people that may have done a review. I did find kind of like, I guess what you could call like a common themes review. I guess some people said that it definitely had a distinct, often unexpected root beer or cola-like essence, which some reviewers felt add to the uniqueness. Some reviewers felt there were notes of flavor, or noted layers of flavor, if I could talk, that I guess it really, if you let the bottle sit after you fresh crack it, and I guess leave it in the Glen and get a little bit of air, I guess it moves from a sweet dessert note to oak, spice, and fruit. I could not find what the price point was on this. This may have been released back in 2024 for all I could find on it, to be honest. And, a lot of it, some of the research said, that people who like this would be fans of powerful oak forward complex bourbon with unique flavors. So let's get in this nose. Ooh. Okay, hold up now. Hold on a minute. Right away, I'm hit with like a sweet oak, followed by some caramel or caramel, however you want to say it. Maybe a little bit of vanilla. Definitely getting some kind of a dark fruit also. I'm not really getting any kind of cola or root beer on the nose. Some cinnamon. Let me take a break from sniffing it, see if I can pick up anything else. Now, I'm just not really getting any kind of a hint of cola or root beer to it. All right, let's get this on the palate. I got to get that first sip out of the way. These fingers actually aren't too bad on this. They're taking their time coming down there. That's for sure. All right, let's give this another go. What I'm getting first is some brown sugar. And the cinnamon. I'd say it's a little peppery. And I'm still trying to find either like a root beer flavor to it. There's almost like a little bit of I think there's a hint of chocolate on the palate. I'm not finding it very sweet. I'd say it's a little savory. A little bit of oak. But I'm still just struggling to find like any kind of a root beer to this. I think maybe after tasting it, I think I might be able to, I think it's adjusted my palate or my nose a little bit to where I almost feel like I might be getting just a hint of cola now on the nose that I've taken a few sips of it. But I'm just, not picking up any root beer from this at all. I'm just going to be honest about it. The finish, I'd say, does linger. That cinnamon kind of carries all the way through from nose to palate to finish. You get that oak kind of carries all the way through as well, at least for me it does. I'm getting a little bit of vanilla on the finish. That hint of chocolate is kind of there. And I'm even kind of getting like the longer it sits there, the peppery on the nose, on the finish, almost reminds me of a rice spice. Now again, the mash bill on this was not disclosed. I couldn't even find an MSRP on this. Well, I take that back. If this is from 2024, which was the only thing that I could find on it, the MSRP on this was $118. I don't know when Ajay picked it up. Again, he just gave me what was left of the handshake, and I do appreciate him doing that. I like Kentucky Peerless. I did a tasting with them when I was in Louisville. But I have to say I'm not super impressed with this one. I mean, if I'm going to give it a rating, I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10. You know, which definitely, you know, is going to fall into what I consider my okay category. I mean, it's not horrible. I don't hate it. It's just, I guess maybe I went in with high expectations when I see root beer barrel. And I was really excited that this bourbon was going to, taste like a root beer float even, and I'm personally, bourbon family, I'm not getting it. So there you have it for today's daily review. I hope you enjoy the rest of this happy Friday. As always, please drink responsibly, and I'll see you in the next one.